Marshall, North Carolina. Small town charm, big mountain views, and one heck of a comeback story, y'all. After the storm hit, Hurricane Helene that we've all talked about, the heart of this riverside town was totally tested. I mean, they had a lot of damage in this area, but the community came together in the most powerful ways and is absolutely gorgeous. So we are going to be walking all around Marshall, North Carolina today. We're going to show you a home at the medium price point. We're going to talk to some locals. You're not going to want to miss this if you're thinking about moving to Western North Carolina or the Asheville area, because Marshall might just surprise you. Marshall is located about 25 or 30 minutes north of Asheville on a pretty easy route on I-26. And then you take some smaller roads, of course. But there's beautiful mountains everywhere. And there's also the French Broad River, which borders the town, kind of goes right through the town with a bridge that goes over it. It is really not that big, y'all. It is about 1,000 people that live here full time, all the time. So it's not huge. Everybody tends to know each other. It's a really friendly vibe, small town community feel. But of course, you got the big city of Asheville down the road. You've got the smaller place of Hot Springs right up the road, which is like a retreat destination as well. And then you're in the seat. I mean, Marshall is the seat of Madison County. And Madison County is quite big and old. I mean, you're talking about some Appalachian roots. This place is an old railroad town from the 1800s. There is lots of history here and lots of culture too, and it's this beautiful mix between all of it. So the big attractions in this area are, of course, the river. People use that all the time for kayaking and rafting, and there's little smaller rivers like the Laurel nearby that are great for trout fishing. Now, you gotta be careful now and make sure that everything's kind of cleaned up in that area, and they're working so hard. We are 7 months out from the hurricane. They are working so hard to get it cleaned up, and it's looking kind of good. And the rafting trips are back on, y'all. People are going back down the river. They're enjoying the beautiful outdoor nature. There's also a great art scene and a music scene. People come to Marshall and they move here and they don't leave. There are people that moved here from other places that have been here since the 80s and the 90s, and they're like, I am not going anywhere, y'all. This is home. There are little shops and cafes and galleries and all this historic charm of the area that they really care about. And they want to preserve it the best that they can. There's so much charm to this area. You're not going to find it in other little mountain towns, but this one definitely has it. Let's talk about the practicalities a little bit, because we got to think about if you're going to move to Marshall or Western North Carolina in general, what's the job scene like? So in Marshall, it's not a huge place, right? So there's a lot of remote workers that live here. There's a lot of homesteaders, people who are into agriculture, multi-generational living, things like that. If you're into healthcare, there's some remote clinics, so you can also get the health care there, but mostly you're going to be going to Asheville for all that and the bigger shows and things like that. A lot of people are artists. They are entrepreneurs. They are making their own way through life and not necessarily completely engulfed in the system, because this isn't a creative, artistic, expressive place. Madison County and Marshall is served by the Madison County school system. There is a high school and there's a few elementary schools as well. They take education pretty seriously around here, even though it's a smaller town, so that's really nice. There are 4 distinct seasons, just like the rest of Western North Carolina. So you are going to have a beautiful blossoming springtime. You are going to have a winter, which sometimes can be long for me. Cannot always do the winter so long. 2 months. I can't always do 2 months. And then summer is absolutely gorgeous, of course, because you have that river right there. And then fall, people flock from all over the U.S. to come and see our fall foliage. It is so super nice. And people can be outside all year long. And thank goodness, because we have the Appalachian Trail right up the road. We have the Blue Ridge Parkway and tons of raftable, fun rivers everywhere. Oh, look, our friend again. Are you a working dog? You don't work? You just work for treats? So if you're thinking about moving to Western North Carolina and want to live somewhere around Asheville and want to know which place is your vibe, reach out any of the ways down below and be glad to help you. So there's a lot going on in the Marshall area since the hurricane. So I want to give you a little bit of an update about that as well. In late 2024, as you may have heard, Hurricane Helene hit this area hard. Marshall is one of those places. Actually, I hadn't been back here since the hurricane. This is the first time. So bringing record rainfall to the area, the river flooded. A lot of these buildings downtown were totally engulfed with water. And downtown Marshall was really impacted. With everything underwater and businesses damaged, closing down, it was a big deal. And you can see, I mean, even the courthouse right now is still closed. But what followed y'all, was nothing short of inspiring. And you'll hear it from the locals, too. The community came together. People organized in droves, especially because sometimes the federal money didn't show up quickly or enough. And so there was private money that rolled in here because people care about this area. And it is evident, and you'll see it today. Marshall is such a unique blend. It's not like anywhere else in Western North Carolina. I mean, on one hand, you've got that old school Madison County feel, right? The multi-generational families, the deep Appalachian roots, people who have been farming and living here for centuries. And on the other hand, you've got that strong sense of self-reliance now that we have and the connection to the land. But you've got this whole other layer of younger folks who are moving to the area, who are wellness seekers and homesteaders, people who want a slower, simpler life. And there's a definite progressive, back to the land energy in this area. So kind of think like hipster meets homesteader kind of feel with old history roots, right? But in this like grounded, community-oriented way where they are absolutely rebuilding together in unison, hands held, right? So you'll find off-grid cabins. You'll find permaculture gardens. You'll find chicken coops. People that make tinctures and live off the land, and they're weaving textiles and they're wearing farming hats. I don't know what they're wearing. I have no idea. It's more of like, I've always kind of called it like a farmer hipster chic. Marshall's cool. Sometimes I'm like, I don't know if I'm cool enough to be in Marshall. It's really cool. It's holistic, it's integrative, it's wellness-based. They're all about clean food and the rhythm with nature, which I'm all about as well. So Marshall becomes this sweet spot for people who want a bit of that Asheville vibe, but don't necessarily want all the hassle of the prices and the traffic and the cityness of it, right? We're gonna go in this little store. Okay, I don't know what's going on here, but it's absolutely gorgeous. Wow! It looks like all handmade stuff. It's really cool how you see a mix of art too. Modern ceramic stuff and some like country vibes, some mountain vibes. Hey there, you look like you've lived in Marshall for a little while, huh? Oh yes, I've been in Marshall since 1722. My goodness, they must make some good water around here. You look chipper. Dang, I'm gonna walk through here. Look at this lady. You go, girl. You go, girl. No, you go. No, you go, girl.
You having fun in Marshall?
Marshall's awesome. That's not Marshall.
That's Asheville.
That's Asheville.
Maybe we got a little.
Are we weirder in Asheville?
I try not to go south of Weaverville, so I'm not sure how y'all are doing down there. I did
We're
that
just
in my
weird. We're
20s.
weird now. We're weird now over there, man. Okay, I have found a local yokel, but she's awesome. This is Carrie Lee, and she's going to tell us a little bit about Marshall, what has happened, okay, so there's a lot of history here, obviously. There's a lot of people who have been here for years and years, and you just went through a pretty big thing, too, right?
Pretty big thing.
Okay, so what's happening now?
Love, lots of love, and I think that's kind of what makes us more unique than other places, and also kind of what happens with tragedy too. You have a major tragic event happens, but then the flip side of that tragedy is the beautiful side of it all, and I think everybody here is kind of reveling in all of the love, and there's Connie right there, and she can attest to that.
Hi, Connie.
It's coming back slowly. There's a lot of private money more so than, loan money at the moment, but as you can see evidence, it's slowly but surely it's coming back.
How long have you been here? You know everybody, right?
Since 1989.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, my parents moved me here when I was 17 and graduated from the local as a senior and then graduated from the local high school.
And so you've seen so much change in Marshall. This is such a different scene than it used to be, and it has so many roots here, right? I mean, this started in the 1800s as what?
So many.
Railroad town.
I personally came here at 17. I credit Joel that owns Zuma's for changing this downtown and kind of starting it up.
And that's the coffee shop, right?
That's the coffee shop. And there's a silent person behind it who I finally got to meet. But I spend a lot of my time thanking them each time I see them and just say thank you so much for coming to my town and making it this way.
What is going on right here, y'all? Look at this. Look at all these letters here. That's the love right there. Marshall, you are so freaking special. Now look at this. What is this? Look at this art everywhere.
This is the Arts Council, and one of our local artists came down here and painted these murals for kind of different people that have made a difference.
This is amazing.
So as you can see, they're not quite done, but it is starting.
I don't know what this is, but it's going to be awesome. Let's go peek our head in here. What is this? Is this the guy?
Chad Wilderness, and he is the local tattoo artist here, and he had got destroyed as well. But this is part of his rebuilding and what he has done. And then he put on a maypole.
Look at this van. I feel like we saw this.
That's for the Mermaid Parade.
Oh, the Mermaid Parade. Will you tell us a little bit about that? I was going to talk about that.
Once a year this year. It didn't happen just because of, all the different things. But it's just kind of a local parade.
Yeah, cool. It's super fun. Kids
fun.
like it. People
Super
come from
fun.
Asheville. There's so much to
Absolutely.
do here. And you guys have a Christmas
Bubbles.
thing that you do, a jingle dingle. What's it called?
I don't know.
Okay, there's a Christmas thing. There's somebody painting right here. Look at this. Hey, you working hard? Or hardly working?
A little bit of both.
Does everybody say that to you all day?
Yes.
You know a little bit about real estate too.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Just a
So
little
tell me what's the real estate landscape looking like in Marshall right now?
We're a little bit slow like everywhere else in the country, but I mean, the market is strong. It is still a seller's market. You're kind of riding on the prices a little bit post-COVID and then the high interest rates, but it's tripled. My first home that I bought in Madison County was $83,000 and I had to remodel. I've done 20 in Madison, and the last house that I purchased was $885, and I had to completely remodel it. So it's done nothing but go up and up.
Appreciate, yeah. That makes sense. Well, there's more and more people that want to live near Asheville, but kind of have more privacy, more acreage, have it not be as restricted as other areas.
True,
and this
and
is a
our
place where you can...
taxes are cheaper too out
Yeah,
here.
your taxes in Madison County are a lot cheaper than Buncombe, right?
They're going up.
The word is out.
Well, with all the new people that have moved in, it's
Yeah.
going to raise your property taxes.
We're so glad to be back here. Thank you so much. This is awesome.
You're welcome. I love it.
We got Jay here in the house. How long have you lived in Marshall?
My family moved out here in 2017, but we've lived in the area since 95, I think.
Oh, wow.
I was born in 01, and I've been in the area my whole life.
So you kind of grew up here, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
How's that? It's a small town. You should go
Yeah,
up
it's
on
a
the
small
road.
town, and it's changed a lot.
Do you like the changes in Marshall? Look at
in
this. We're
Marshall,
all terrain.
absolutely. As people have really started to come into themselves and started to discover that this is really a great place for like small homesteads and younger people who are just trying to get their footing in a place that's not quite the city.
Yeah.
This is a really, really good option because really it's like 30 minutes from Asheville if you follow the speed limit.
Well, and it's a hub for creative. So tell me a little bit
Absolutely.
about the island over here and about the art scene.
So the island, that building over there used to be a school, and it's been converted now into like an event space, and it's converted into studios for smaller artists. There's a lot of clay workers out here, lots of potters, lots of physical media artists.
Yeah. Do you go down the river?
Oh yeah, I'm a raft guide.
Oh, you are?
That's one of the things that I spend the most time doing in the summer.
How's the river since the hurricane?
You know, honestly, aside from, of course, the trash that's
Yeah.
down on the riverside now, it hasn't really changed all that much.
Oh, I'm so
Yeah.
grateful.
I was definitely concerned about that.
You're bouncing back a little bit, but it's been 7 months and it's going to take some time. But you know what you can't change? You can't change these beautiful mountains. You can't change the people and the community that has been built around this and the love that occurs here and just like the hope that is now embedded in everything. That's not going anywhere.
Yeah, if anything, honestly, the hurricane really either unearthed or strengthened the community around here.
I just wanted to give you all a little look-see here because we are on the French Broad River in the Walnut area of Marshall. And this is where people put in to do Section 9 of the French Broad River, which is the most popular section because it's kind of like a little rodeo. Like you get some Class 3 rapids, a Class 4 rapid. And I'm so curious because I'm curious how the river's changed after the hurricane. But people are back on it. These are commercial trips and they're doing it, y'all. So that gives me a lot of hope. And I love Western North Carolina, as you know. And I love being on the river. I dig it. There's just like a smell to the river that just reminds me of home. And it's one of my favorite things about living in Western North Carolina is the abundance of rivers and the opportunities to get out on them. A lot of people have their own rafts. I mean, you don't always have to go out on a commercial trip. And I'm so grateful that we are able to get back on this river right now. Okay, y'all, we're in Western North Carolina going up a gravel hill thing. Cool. we made it. I want to talk to you about Deltec Homes because the cool thing about that is that this is a company that originated in Asheville in 1968 by the Kinzer family. Most of their homes have the potential to be net zero. So most of the time you can live off grid, like this one, you can live off grid for about a month before you need power and other things because, you know, there's a generator right over there. But most of these Deltec round homes have that ability, which is awesome. Okay, here's the other thing that makes Deltec homes incredible is because they're round shape, kind of like a bicycle wheel. If you get high winds, then it is going to deflect it. So it's going, like if you were in Florida or you were in other places where they have strong hurricanes often, it is going to deflect that wind and make it super strong and sturdy. It's awesome. Now this home is not massive, y'all. It's only 810 square feet, but what they've done inside is pretty amazing. Let's go in. Now, we have never shown one of these on here before, and we are so excited to finally have one on the market to show you. Now, this is going to be our median price point home in the Marshall area. And right now, we're in between Hot Springs and Marshall, right on the Laurel River. So this home is going to have access to the Laurel, which is awesome. You can go trout fishing and enjoy yourself. Now, the cool thing about Deltec Homes is that you'll see the layout of this home has been really well thought out, which sometimes with round homes can be kind of difficult when you're thinking about this. Now, with Deltec Homes, you have the opportunity to get pre-designed homes, or you can custom build it yourself and have it exactly how you need it. Now, this particular home has 2 bedrooms and 2 baths at 810 square feet, but you also have tons of land around here. So we're looking at the median sales price of about $500,000. So this is coming in at $499, right under that, and went on the market just like a few days ago too. With 5.5 acres. How amazing is that? So this could be considered like a vacation home, a luxury fishing lodge, if you say. And it comes fully furnished. So keep in mind, for 5.5 acres, and this retreat with 2 bedrooms and 2 baths for $499, that's pretty cool. I love these furnishings. Now, this comes completely furnished, and they've done a great job at it. It's really interesting, like the mid-century modern touch, along with like this fishing lodge type of feel. Wow, look at this bathroom and the sink. It's like hammered silver. It's awesome. Okay, so here you have a full bath, nice tile work. Whoa. I'm totally digging how they've incorporated the wood and then come back down with a shiplap. It feels expansive and beautiful and spacious, very spacious. And here you have a walk-in closet. Even without tons of room, it's kind of like, you still got everything you need right there. I love that. So here we have a gas fireplace, which is awesome. I can totally imagine chilling right there. Here's your extra bedroom. It looks like they're using it for half office, half trundle bed. So it could be like a guest room area, looks out in the backyard, and then coming through, we have a washer and dryer, and then another bathroom right here. It's teeny tiny, y'all, but it has a shower, has a little walk-in shower right here, and then you go right out. So this backyard offers you tons of quiet and privacy. So if you're really looking to have a little bit of seclusion, then you have it here. And I imagine, I can't see it right now because we have all the leaves, which is incredible. I imagine in the winter we have some views right there. I love it. They have a well here, so you're going to have water all the time as long as you have power. You're going to have power because you have a whole house generator that is supposed to last for up to a month, y'all. You can totally live off grid here in the privacy of 5.5 acres. That's pretty dang amazing. So that's what you get near Marshall, North Carolina for the median price point. If you've been dreaming of a quiet life that's still kind of close to Asheville, where creativity and community and nature all come together, Marshall might be your spot, but it's not perfect, right? It's real. And you gotta know what makes it so special. You gotta feel it for yourself. So if you're curious about Marshall or other places in Western North Carolina, reach out down below, and also check out this playlist right here, y'all. We'll hook you up. Ciao for now.